I'm Hans Puvogel. I'm the COO of Parkopedia, the global leader in digital parking services. We are a provider of parking data on street and off street, as well as other digital parking services like transaction integration and aggregation, and some new services around HD maps of parking locations. Parkopedia was founded 13 years ago by Eugene Cirklovich as a service for consumers at the time to find parking. We have evolved since, and today we're all about helping consumers, drivers, and vehicles, because the future will be at least partially or fully automated, to find and pay for parking. And we do all of this on a global scale. We're currently in 90 countries around the world. Wherever there are connected vehicles and parking infrastructure, Parkopedia will provide the necessary data to drivers and vehicles to make life easier in this complex world out there. We work with consumers through our websites and applications. We're actually the biggest provider of B2C parking data globally by far, but we are very active in the B2B space. We are the dominant player when it comes to providing parking data and parking payment services to the automotive industry and to mapping and navigation providers. So we work with just about every car brand out there, and also with a number of mapping companies, whether it's Apple Maps or Garmin or Telenav, or also suppliers for the automotive industry, such as Here and TomTom, etc. Well, we have a lot of experience in building the databases and maintaining them and making sure that the data is complete and accurate. So how do we do that? We have a number of, let's say, digital techniques to do that, starting with satellite and aerial imagery. Then we use feet on the ground, as we say. We have a number of what we call surveyors on the ground that check parking locations, take photographs of on-street and off-street locations on a regular basis. We use crowdsourcing our own users and users of our customers in the consumer domain. Crowdsourcing of parking data doesn't really work, but what works is something else: people complaining about errors. So that's a very helpful source of quality assurance for us. When a user complains about an error in the data, we obviously pick that up immediately and check it, verify the alleged error, so to say, and then deal with that. So part of it is proactive, part of it is reactive, and we also use the ground truth testing results from our customers. Most of our customers in the automotive space do regular ground truth testing, and that gives us a very complete picture of the reality out there. The interesting thing for us is that for many parking operators, there are sometimes three different truths when it comes to their data. There is the truth of what they have on their websites. There's the truth of what they provide through, let's say, web interfaces to third parties like ourselves. And there's the truth of what they actually show at the parking location. And not in every case, these truths are the same. We see a lot of deviation there. And that's part of our work, and that's the reason why we focus a lot on ground truth, i.e. looking at the reality that the driver is confronted with at the parking location itself. Well, the The immediate future is business continuity in times of COVID-19. A lot of the service providers in the industry took a very hard hit. We're not hit that much because our business model is different and relies more on the automotive industry with different business models. So we're somewhat protected as Parkopedia, but we still have to make sure that there is business continuity in terms of the quality of the product, in terms of obviously protecting our own people, making sure our operations continue in the same fashion or close to it as before. Very short term, it's all about making sure that we minimize the impact of Corona for ourselves, but also obviously for our customers and partners. In the mid to long term, it's about launching the innovations that we've been working on with the automotive industry around indoor, around new use cases for automated parking, around new use cases around payment transactions, bookings, access and pay, etc. Then obviously we continue working on the, let's say, new business models also for the parking industry, which will improve the resilience of the parking industry going forward, because the impact of global lockdowns on mobility, and in particular individual mobility, and thus parking, are very much evident right now. And it's all about making sure that the parking industry can resist similar events in the future in a much better fashion than today.